So we've talked a lot about authentic, real content. And this is a true differentiator. This is something that Marketing as a Service does extremely well. First of all, we understand the market. Most of our clients are in the technology space, and we have great experience throughout the entire, we'll call it the value chain in the technology marketplace. We work with manufacturers, software developers, distributors, and resellers in the tech space. What's important about content is that, first of all, content ultimately is about the written word. And what's happening from a digital perspective, from a search engine optimization perspective, is that we're reliant on our content to really push our SEO strategy. One of the things that is unique about our approach to the written content that we develop is the fact that we do the research. We have this term we call Bionic Content. And if you'll remember the $6 Million Man, the tagline was, we can make him stronger, we can make him faster, we can make him better. The bottom line is, we do the same thing with content. First, we say, what's the topic or what's the solution that we need to write an article about, or we want to get some organic traffic coming to our website on, etc. And then we'll do some research through various SEO tools that we have that help us understand the keywords. And when I say keywords, that could be a single word or that could be what's called a key phrase. Everything in Google is about what a user's going to type in to the Google search to find the content they're looking for. So what we do is we take the time to do the research. The first thing is to identify the relevant keywords. One of the things we understand is the volume. What are the volume of searches for each of these keywords? Then we can look at something called keyword difficulty. What happens there is what that term really means for, the layperson is that how many other people are trying to get that same keyword? And given that, how difficult it is for us to have that bring traffic to our website. So if the keyword difficulty is very high, traditionally what that means is there's a lot of content out there that is focused on that keyword or there are a lot of paid search organizations that are trying to capture that keyword. So again, we look at overall traffic volume or search volume. We look at keyword difficulty. Those are two of the key elements. So once we look at that and we'll determine, okay, from an organic search perspective, based upon the volume and keyword difficulty, here are the keywords or key phrases that we want to target. Then we will zero in on those. And when we do that, we take the time to actually look at the content that's pushing that. So let's say, for example, we take a keyword and the keyword is software-defined networking. We can then do the research to find what's the best piece of content in the entire internet that's able to capture that keyword. What's the second best piece of content? What's the third? So again, we look at those pieces of content. Usually they're articles or blogs or solution pages. That's usually what it's about. Sometimes they're videos explaining the topic. But what we'll do is we'll look and understand what is driving, what is making that piece of content successful. So the next part is we take all those learnings and we'll create a new piece of content with all of that, what we call link juice and intelligence built into that piece of content. So it's bionic, right? It's made to be stronger. It's made to be better than everything else out there because we've done the work. Now this isn't simple and it does take time. A good article with all this research definitely takes, weeks or up to say 30 days to create. The last thing that's really important from a content perspective is that your content is connected in part and parcel or holistic with what you say your company is about, what your company sells, what your company represents. So it's important because Google's looking at all of this. Google wants to know, is this piece of content consistent with the brand? Is this consistent with what this brand says they're about and how they say they go about doing business? Bottom line, content is not something that is created overnight. It's not something that is created in a vacuum. And if we're not listening, if we're not paying attention, if we're not doing our homework, then we're simply not going to achieve the results that we need to achieve. And for us, what we want to do is we want to create an ongoing cadence or some consistency in our marketing plan, in our content plan, that what we're always doing is creating new stuff. More reasons for Google to say, this organization, this company, this website is producing good stuff on an ongoing basis that's authentic, that's real. I think we'll rank them high. Ultimately, Google's gonna send more traffic our way because we're doing the things that it needs to do its job. And when you help people do their job, they appreciate you.